It's the first time these guys have driven down here with this cool temperature with the low air pressure like that. Let's see who can hit the lines, hit the marks.
2 by 2 out of turn 4. The playoffs are underway. Way up high goes the 9 of Noah Gragson.
Well, Gragson trying that outside lane. It might come in later, but it's not ready right now.
Christopher Bell right on the quarter panel of Austin Cindric through 3 and 4, and the caution comes out.
Yeah.
There's a car slow on the backstretch down low. I see the hood flap up. That tells me that pretty good chance it had gone around. Looks like something is broken. The tires are still inflated, but it's sparking like it's laying on the ground. No, it's sparking because the bumper is pushed onto the ground.
Yeah, front contact. A lot of contact. Front end's damaged, the rear end's damaged.
Christopher Bell to the outside of Cindric for the race lead.
Yeah, Christopher Bell drove into turn 3 on the outside of Cindric. I don't think Cindric was expecting that this early in the race. The outside to work that well.
It just worked for Christopher Bell, new leader at Richmond.
Look at this mess as the 7 of Allgaier trying to work himself back to the front.
Yeah, you mentioned side by side. Well, Allgaier with that flat tire had to start at the back of the field. And look, where do you go? And how much do you push? 2 wide, 3 wide. Now he's on the bottom of 3 wide. Drives in even deeper into the corner 3 wide.
You know, I know it's nerve-wracking, right? This is fun to do, but not with the playoffs. Not with all that's on the line. It's fun to start in the back and drive yourself to the front, but golly, man, these guys get in a wreck and you get your car torn up, and that could start the playoffs off in a negative way for Justin.
Now here comes Cindric. Cindric to the inside, and it looks like Harrison Burton moves up out of the way, and he'll drop back into the 3rd position.
You got to remember when we're discussing who was good and who wasn't good in practice, that was 11 o'clock this morning on a track that had not seen any cars on it yet. That battle for 5th. It has been hot and heavy every lap. The 98 of Briscoe, that 00, kind of that tan car of Custer. The 1 right there, that's Mike Lynette. Behind him, just about a second back, Haley in the 11, Reddick in the 2. They're all lined up right there. 1 slip, 1 poor decision with the lap car, and you're going to lose at least 1 spot.
Vinnie Miller in the 5 brought out the 2nd caution of the day. And take a look at what just happened. Heard on the radio, said maybe a transmission. Already up into the wall, and you see the smoke rolling out on that right side.
Yes, and it just shut off. Then something broke. So this will be the most difficult restart of the night. Super old tires. Let's see if we can make it work.
Good launch for the 20. C. Bell has that inside line, and he has easily taken the lead. 3 wide for 3rd. 00 the 9 of Gragson. 3 wide again, and around goes the 74. Tyler Matthews brings out the 3rd caution.
Try to make a run to the front as we take a look what happened to the 74. Oh, just loose into the corner. This is going to be a heavy impact. You see how much it shortens up the rear of that 74 car.
Again, old tires up front. Watch, see how everyone handles it. Clean start, they fan out 3 wide once again.
See the 1, that red roofed car around the bottom of the racetrack making some moves. Justin Allgaier 3 wide, beating and bagging.
Middle here, hold your line, still middle, inside, middle.
A little bit of contact there, maybe some right side damage to the 18 of Harrison Burton. 3 wide still.
This all started on the restart. Harrison did not get a good restart, does not have a lot of experience with this engine package, and that's got him slammed up in the middle of 3 wide, the last thing you want to be.
And he's going to be 3 wide again. Allgaier on the outside, John Hunter Nemechek on the inside, more contact made. This time it's in the back of the 7. Justin Allgaier might have some damage too.
There's that 1 with new tires. He's driven up to 9th. I think you got to push him right now, don't you, Steve?
Oh, you got to go. You got to be in the driver's ear, counting down laps. You have the best tires. Go, go, go. Move them out of the way if you have to.
It's C-Bell, Cindric, Gragson, and Annette.
And Annette's not done. He sees his teammate Noah Gragson in the 9. He's only going to have one lap to do it as the 11 and the 00 figure it out. Here's Annette. The 9 goes low, a defensive line to kind of block, but the 1 should be able to accelerate off the corner easily inside his teammate.
Got right up to the back bumper of Gregson.
You can't race him like a teammate, Rick. You got to go in there and get the points.
He tries to the inside. It will be a stage win for Christopher Bell, and then the fight for second. Stage 2 underway.
That was a great start by Brandon Jones on those little bit older tires.
How long will he hold up, though, as Austin Cindric all over the back bumper, and he'll try to take away the top spot as they exit 2.
See Christopher Bell doing the same thing he did early in the race, jumped on the outside of Austin Cindric, battle for the lead, getting into turn 3.
Talked about just how good Christopher Bell is on short tracks, and once again he's showing why. Able to pass Austin Cindric on the outside and takes the lead back.
In stage 2, I was wondering if anybody was going to be able to pick that 20 car tonight. Look no further than the 00 of Cole Custer, slowly inching in on the leader. Just every so often they match laps, but then Cole will have a little bit quicker lap. But who can get through the lap traffic better? That's really what this is going to come down to.
Ryan Sieg was able to get by the 9 of Gregson, but Gregson passed him back for that 7th spot. Now we see Michael Annette
doing a masterful job working traffic. We saw him use those new tires. Travis Mack then gambles. It's a gamble. He put new tires back on the 1. We'll see how that plays out. But he's using those new tires. If he can get by the 98, that'll be for the 6th position. That's still solidly in the position of scoring stage points. I like the aggression. The playoffs have started. Some guys clam up when it comes to playoff time. It looks to me like the 1, Michael Annette, Travis Mack, this team says, you know what? We can't do anything. We can't clam up. We got to be the opposite. We got to kind of freewheel, try to make something happen.
Christopher Bell now has a 3.3-second lead. It was close between Cole Custer and Christopher Bell, and then C. Bell just turned it on and has been able to pull away from Cole Custer. That 3-second gap between 1 and 2. Then it's Justin Allgaier, who's 7 seconds behind Bell. Cindric and Annette, the top 5. There's Allgaier back in the 3rd position. Behind him, Michael Annette. Austin Cindric has fallen back to 5th, and it's Noah Gregson. Here we see Zane Smith putting a little bit of pressure now on John Hunter Nemechek.
Well, this is the pressure of the playoffs. Playoff cars, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Top 8 cars all vying for a spot in the next round.
Pretty dominant performance already by Christopher Bell on this, the final lap of stage 2. 149 laps complete. He's led 137 of them.
Must be why I went to lunch alone a lot.
Yes, that could be it. So Christopher Bell will come out of turn 4, and he will easily win stage 2. That is the 6th time that Christopher Bell has swept the first 2 stages this year. And if you want to look at statistics, he's failed to win the last 3 times, including last week. Christopher Bell, Cole Custer making up the front row, and the final stage underway. Justin Allgaier trying to make that outside line work. Trying to clear the 22 down the backstretch.
Does a really nice job of running the 2nd line there on brand new tires, being patient through the middle, accelerating. He will clear the 22 for the 3rd position.
Cole Custer running in that 2nd position. Allgaier is 3rd. It's a little hectic back here. There's Tyler Reddick riding along with him in that helmet cam. What a great view Sonic is giving us. You see just how close he gets to the 19 of Brandon Jones.
A great shot right here to show you why it's so difficult to pass at Richmond. See Brandon Jones doing a great job of painting that yellow line. So what's Reddick going to do? There's nowhere for him to go. So now Reddick's going to start thinking about, can I jump the outside of him?
And a guy who's been in the money this race has been Christopher Bell. He's won the first 2 stages. But I'll tell you what, it looks as though Cole Custer in the 00 is starting to reel him back in.
One of the toughest things to do is to have a car that leads 168 laps, is to adjust on it. you know, how are you really? Are the guys behind you getting better? Well, the advantage for the 00 is they know they have to get better. Mike Shiplett sees how fast the 20 is. He's continued to adjust on this 00. I didn't believe it. I thought Bell was out there cruising, saving tires, but I don't believe he would let Cole Custer get quite this close. I think Custer's just a little better right now.
Christopher Bell's wheel, like when he drives in a corner, no wheel movement back to the right. That tells me he's not loose at all getting in the corner. Look at how solid the wheel is. You know, a little bit tight to the middle, but very, very little wheel motion in the car. Obviously, the car is driving pretty well.
Back to an 0.8 of a second lead that he has over Cole Custer. Yeah, 1.6 seconds now from Bell to Custer. And good little fight here. Cindric and Allgaier. That's for the 3rd position.
I think Cindric just, his car is a little bit too strong on corner exit for the 7. He can run that bottom, Jeff, and accelerate off the bottom. You have to have good rear grip to do that. That 39 car will be for 9th as the 00 here has been caught by the 22 of Cindric.
Cindric able to get by Cole Custer for that 2nd position.
Just like the crew chief said, the 00 will be coming back to you. 2 thumbs up to Brian Wilson.
History made, at least for Christopher Bell, because with that last lap led, he has led 235 laps. Now coming up on 2 laps to go. That's 236 laps. This is the most laps he has ever led in a race. And again, 2 laps away from his 15th victory.
I think everyone expected him to be good, but this is really a statement night. The playoffs are here, and I'm going to put my best career performance ever on this field. I like that. I like that statement to kick off the playoffs.
Yeah, you're really setting the tone as he has 1 lap to go now. The final time around this 3/4 mile short track. Christopher Bell now just a half a lap away from leading 238 laps here tonight at Richmond Raceway. Christopher Bell has put on a clinic. The 24-year-old from Norman, Oklahoma will win again. Win number 7 of the season.
With a slide across the start finish.
That's the way to get it done, boy. Woo, nice work. Thank you, guys. That was fun stuff right there. Great job on this thing, guys.
And the celebration begins for the crew. He's getting good at burnouts, 7 of them already this year. That matches the most wins he has had in a season.